What's up, guys? It's John here with National Sports Entertainment, and I just uploaded a video on here. I'm gonna wind up throwing this one on YouTube just because while I'm at it, I might as well. I was gonna put a post out, but for everybody that's following, I had a mistake for tomorrow's matchup in the semifinals for the women. I'm in the wrong tournament here. Sakkari over Navarro, and they already played. I don't know what I was thinking. We took Sakkari to beat Navarro, so just kind of a brain fart there. But I like Sakkari to win against Coco Gauff. So in my last video on Patreon, I went into why I liked Sakkari to get to the finals and probably win it. Again, I had her beating Navarro. She just beat her already. I get her and Martens mixed up all the time, so that's what I was thinking of. But anyway, I can't find odds on this. I went over like three other basketball games, again, just like an hour or so ago, where we didn't really have odds yet. They're still to be determined because of the bracketology and all that. But I just wanted to really reiterate that nothing is changing. I like Sakkari to win. If anything, we're going to be getting much better odds than I thought, and that's fine. I still like it as a leg 3 for 4 units. I love the play, so I thought I would just correct that. I also put a post out, so anybody that sees the most recent video, post, any of that stuff, hopefully you'll still pick Sakkari because I like her for the story. Like I said, I figured I might as well, since I just posted this, I'll throw this one on YouTube as well. Just because while I'm here, I wanted to cover two things. So one, obviously, if you're watching this and some free alpha for you on YouTube, I like Sakkari to win tomorrow. I just think it's going to happen. And then what I went into in my last video, again, this was like an hour ago on Patreon, but I always like to update the best that I can. This Heat Pistons game is very interesting. I went into why I liked the Pistons money line. And I'm not really into the Gematria, into the symbolism. But this is pretty insane. A Pistons win would make the Heat 35 and 31, and the Pistons 13 and 53. All 3 5s and 1s on 3-1-5. So I know it's kind of goofy logic, but I feel like a lot of it stands to reason. I wonder if they'll move the 13th, the Pistons here, if they win. I guess you could argue if they lose, they might move or if they win, if they'll move the 13th. I guess you could argue if they would lose, they might move the 15th, so that might be a wash. But the records is what really got me, where all four, the win-loss for the Heat and the win-loss for the Pistons would all line up with 3-5, not to mention 3-1-5. Not to mention it's a very suspicious line here, just getting a little over 2-1. So I wanted to cover that. I wanted to cover Sakkari specifically. So I thought, okay, I'll just do a YouTube video, and we'll throw, I'll put it on Patreon, of course. But this way, anybody that might want to see a tennis play or just kind of might have had an idea for the Pistons game tomorrow, those are the two things that really jumped out at me, just personally. I thought that was a really weird coincidence here if the Heat are the Heat are to lose all 3-1-5s across the board. But what I really wanted to, again, go into is Sakkari here, because as you can see, she's playing Coco, and it's because of the new coach. It's because of the fact that they're saying she's not feeling stressed now, all these different deals. She went to the finals of this very tournament last year. This is what I went into, just, again, not even an hour ago, but I do want to make the distinction. Some people might be thinking, oh, well, she's playing Coco, not Navarro. So do you have the same energy? And I do. I still think Maria Sakkari is going to win, and I still like it as a leg 3 for 4 units. You can say I'm playing it blind because, again, for all I know, Sakkari's plus 400, which maybe Vegas will not be inclined to pay out. I think it's going to be like a plus 180 deal. I don't know. Maybe I'm not giving Coco enough credit, but I think Sakkari is going to win, and they're going to give her a pretty respectful line. So just wanted to 100% update that. I don't really have any other plays. For the men's side, I really don't have a guarantee. They have 4 guys left, I believe, or I think Alcaraz and I think it was Rune. I can't remember, but whoever it is, it could be down to 2. But I think, no, it's Tommy Paul. I think Medi and Rune played, so the winner of that, we got Alcaraz in there, and I think we got Sinner in there. So honestly, it's like the core four. It's the new four guys of tennis, the four horsemen, whatever you want to call them. So it could really be any of those guys. Tomorrow we might have a pick, but the biggest thing I wanted to do here was go into, again, Sakkari. For everybody that might have seen my last video, it was only an hour ago. I thought about just re-uploading the whole thing and going over every pick and then just having Sakkari. But I do have a very strict policy. I don't edit any of my videos, and I won't delete any of my videos because obviously I like to be as transparent as possible. And even though the intentions would be pure, because all I'm trying to do is make sure people know that I still like Sakkari. I like people to be able to, anyone that's coming over to the Patreon for the first time, whatever the case may be, anyone that's on there, to be able to see every single video I've ever done, and there's not conveniently one missing. So again, I thought about, okay, well, we can just redo it, and I'll just amend it and go into that. I think Sakkari is going to be Coco, but I think this is better. Again, and anybody that is on there should get the notification, and I also, like I said, am posting it. So I just wanted to make sure that people were 100% understanding that I have Sakkari winning. I think she's going to beat Coco Gauff, and whatever the odds are, I can't find them. I went to Action, I went to MyBook, I went to FanDuel, I tried them all. ESPN, I'm not getting them, so maybe they don't have odds yet. I'm not sure. It's 9 p.m. tomorrow, so I just thought, you know what, let's just go ahead as early as I can and put out that one. For the day, we did finish plus 1.4 units. Just in the last video I had done, we were at plus 2.4 units with the Knicks over in play. Didn't go over, so plus 1.4, nothing crazy. Up 16.05 units on the week. And this Sakkari play is going to be a big one, because if she comes through, I'm imagining that's going to be something like an 8-unit profit, because I'm thinking she's going to be getting around 2-1. So again, I know it's a lot to just amend one pick, but I like to be as thorough as possible, as meticulous as possible, and no doubt, I'm sure a lot of people saw that and might be a little confused. But luckily, even in that video I didn't really go into, the opponent. I just said I think Sakkari's going to win because she has a new coach, and they're really pushing her, not being as stressed. A lot of people are probably expecting the Sakkari meltdown, so I think you get Sakkari versus Swiatek here in the finals. So that hasn't changed. Just wanted to go into the fact that I am aware now, at least, she is playing Coco, and I like her to win. And while I was in here, I figured I'd toss a bone for some free alpha as far as the NBA, because I really think that the Pistons are going to win to give us those 3-5-1s, 3-1-5s. So again, I'm just going to double post this one on YouTube and on Patreon, just so anyone that, again, might see it on YouTube. Not a lot of people love tennis. I get it. I put out tennis videos a lot, and not too many people are receptive to them, which is fine. I get it. I more so put them, golf, other ones out, college basketball, for people that are just tailing, trying to profit. And I get that the most people kind of want to see the narratives and stuff for the NBA. So as I said, we're down the stretch. I'll have more time to, on YouTube, get out more NBA picks and things like that. But I am just trying to prioritize things as far as, again, the people that are and have been, and which I greatly appreciate, every day following the tailing my Patreon picks. We're doing really good. We're up like 107 units now, 107 or 108 units since starting on December 4th. So again, that's the other reason I thought I'd rather make a second video and just do an update and reassure people, rather than take the video down and replay all my picks, just because, again, even though it's with good intentions, it's something that I've never done. I don't even edit my stuff to, if there's a mistake in the next video, I'll always cover it. I'm not going to edit it or things like that, because again, it's just very easy for people to do that and be misleading. So I know it's a little redundant, but I wanted to make it pretty quick, and also I figured I'd go into the Pistons while I was here. So yeah, still got Sakkari winning, leg 3 for 4 units, and then all the other plays that you guys saw are going to still be the same. So take care and happy earnings.